Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Hayden Mitchell Target Archery. Today I want to do a quick rundown of what you should bring to a 3D tournament if you are new, just trying to get into it, trying to find what do you need to bring, trying to get ideas for stuff. This is not Total Archery Challenge related. This is going to be more of your local 3D tournament. You're just getting started into it, just things that you need. So let's jump right in. First thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is always to bring a pair of binoculars. I find that you are going to need these every time just to see where you need to hit, where your arrows go afterwards if you're looking for somebody. Binoculars are always a must-have for me. I carry them everywhere no matter what tournament I do. Another thing that I feel like you always need at a 3D tournament, as long as it is a known yardage tournament, there are tournaments that are unknown, meaning you have to guess your yardage, but for all known tournaments or tournaments where it doesn't really matter, is a good solid rangefinder. I run the Vortex Impact. It is a good solid rangefinder. It does not have tenths of a yard, but it does the job. This is also what I carry with me to the tree stand in the fall. Just any rangefinder really works well just to, have your bow sighted into it, and it helps it just so that you don't lose as many arrows if you're not as good as guessing. So rangefinder is a must-have. Another thing that you're going to find useful is going to be an arrow puller. A lot of times those foam targets, your arrows are going to lodge in and it's going to suction on that foam, so it's a lot harder to pull your arrows. This always helps, that way you don't have to tear up your hands all day. Now to go along with this arrow puller is you're going to want to have arrow lube. I like to use arrow snot. I've had really good luck with it. None of my arrows really stick that bad. You want to either put it on all of your arrows before you begin and just rotate them out, or every couple targets you're going to want to reapply this. This is a lifesaver, guys. If you don't want your hands to get torn up and you just want to have a really good time and no struggling at every single target trying to pull your arrows, this stuff works magic. There's this arrow snot, there's arrow lube. It all really works. It all works pretty much the same. I just find this is you can find this anywhere. It's just really practical to have in your quiver, backpack, which we'll get into that later in the video. Another thing, I cannot stress this enough. Allen wrenches. Do not go anywhere that you're gonna bring your bow without Allen wrenches. I keep these in my binocular harness, I keep these in my hunting bag, I keep these in my quiver. Anywhere I go that my bow goes, these follow. It doesn't matter if you have something like your sight is a little bit off when you're shooting a 3D tournament, you can fix that real quick. If you have something come loose on you, you can fix it. One of your buddies has something come loose, you need Allen wrenches. Even in a hunting situation, if you go to the field and you realize something's loose and you can't fix it right away because you left your Allen wrench at home, no, you put it in your bag. I've seen plenty of tournaments where guys' stuff comes off, flies off, and they need an Allen wrench but don't have one. Always bring one. My next thing that goes into this is you are always going to make sure that you have enough arrows. Now, you're always going to have arrows with you because that's the only way you're going to shoot your bow. But what I find is that a lot of times you'll see guys that only bring out, 3 or 4 arrows and they get halfway through the tournament and they're done with them. It's really just skill level based. I tend to bring all dozen of my arrows. These are currently set up for my outdoor target bow. I always find that if you bring more arrows than what you need, you're a lot better off, because for me, a lot of times I'll break off nocks, or I'll, blow up an arrow because I hit it. There's somebody else hits it, or I shoot 2 arrows. The first one goes in, the second one pounds it, you break it. Always bring extra nocks along with those. If you have extra screw-in tips, bring those. Because a lot of times you'll find if your tip's not screwed in all the way, it'll fall out or it'll get pulled off in the target, and you always want to be able to replace that and repair. Or if you don't have those repairs with you, just always make sure that you have enough arrows to replace that. Even if you only bring 6 of them out with you and then you get halfway through, just make sure that if you lost those, you still have backups in the truck. That way you can still enjoy yourself and finish that 3D tournament. Now, one thing that I want to add on, just tips on binoculars, is it is great when you start shooting. You can just carry them around, but they make binocular straps for you. These are really beneficial because like this, it'll just go up and around. It sits right here. It's really easy to just come up and glass. I like to use these. I use these more in a tournament style, but one thing that I've come to do in the last couple of years is I also bring out my binocular harness. So this just goes right on like this. Keep it on. I usually keep my rangefinder right here. I can open it up, take out my binoculars, and it just sits. You know, a lot of guys have these for hunting situations. I find that they work very well also for 3D, so if you have it, you should probably use it. And if you're getting ready for a 3D tournament right before you hunt, just to see if everything's dialed in, you know, just have some fun and really just make sure that that bow's working, is whatever you plan on hunting in or with, or something that's going to be on your body and could affect some movement in here, you always want to make sure that you have it on while you're shooting, if that's from practice to the tournament. So I know that if I start shooting my hunting bow, per se, I'm going to put on my binocular harness right away because I don't go into the field without one. That goes with if you wear a certain type of hat, or you wear glasses or don't wear glasses. Like, if you plan on hunting and you're wearing your glasses during a 3D tournament but don't hunt with them on, then that sometimes can affect your anchor point, and just all in all how it shoots and how it lines up. So like that, if I were to go hunting, I don't wear my glasses. So my hunting bow, I'm going to take off my glasses, I'm going to shoot. But when I shoot tournament, and I plan on shooting that tournament bow, I practice how I play. That is how you're going to get the most consistent form and accuracy. So yeah, I hope that this video helped a lot of you, just, you know, what you need to bring to a tournament. Again, this is not a rock solid list, and you can shape it and shift it into what you want it to be. But that's just what I highly recommend for you to bring, because I've shot, you know, tournament for 6 years now and hunted for that same time, and I just find that's what really works best. You know, there's a lot of changes you can make. Like, I like shooting with a 3D, I shoot with a tournament quiver that goes around my waist. Total archery challenge, I would shoot with a backpack on just so that I can keep my hips free, but it all comes down to personal preference. But this is just pretty much what I think you should have in your bag, or a good starting point to be in your bag. So I hope that helps, and if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have more quality content coming out, and this fall we plan on having hunting content come out, so like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.